Now I want to move on to another question which I have for you. And if you could help us, maximizing our chances in the 2025 H1B lottery, given the current trends, what are the chances of for these applicants in the next year's H1B lottery, and how can individuals, strategically prepare to maximize their chances of selection?
Yeah, so I think for this upcoming year, hopefully there's going to be a higher, level of selection now that it's more beneficiary centric. I know that's something that USCIS wanted to implement starting last year. Hopefully that rolls over and we see a higher level of selection this year. In terms of strategy, I try to tell anyone that will listen to me by January of next year, I would make sure that you have an agreement with your employer in place where the employer has agreed to sponsor you for the age, at least register you. Now, the change that has occurred, that will be occurring, is actually in the amount that is charged for the registration. The registration fee previously was only $10, which is, to any employer, it's nothing. It has gone up to $215. Now, that shouldn't be that much of a deterrent for a company, but arguably it could lead to some employers, maybe smaller employers, who are thinking, I don't know if I want to even try with the lottery because the selection rate seems low. But I would say, if you really want to maximize that opportunity, make sure that you and your employer you are ready to be registered as once the registration process starts. Here's the thing. Does registering in the beginning give you an advantage? No, it's not going to. At least it's not supposed to, because the lottery is completely randomized. But I think from a peace of mind standpoint, it's nice to ensure that you have the case set up and you're actually going to know that you're registered and you can relax and wait for the lottery to run rather than bothering your company constantly to have them provide you with confirmation that you've been registered. So I would just say have an agreement early with your company. Obviously, if you have a master's, you're at an advantage because the master's cap giving you 2 bites of that apple is going to be better than not. So if you're graduating with your master's degree this fall, that'd be fantastic for you. Otherwise, you're going to be in the regular cap, and you're going to have to see if you get selected just out of that regular cap, which can still happen. But mainly, I would say the main focus is make sure that you have that sponsorship lined up, and that your employer is going to be registering you. And I would also say, just for the employee's sake, just make sure you get some level of confirmation that you were registered. It's pretty easy for them to do it. They can just show you that you were submitted in the My USCIS page, and that way you know that it's been taken care of.